Hey, this is Rob from The Taxpayers here to tell you about World Refugee Day and some stuff that you can do to help out with it if you're interested in doing so. So World Refugee Day is on June 20th of every year, and it was a day that was designated by the United Nations in honor of refugees, folks who have had to flee their homes due to war and persecution and violence and so forth. And on this June 20th, for World Refugee Day, we're helping organize a benefit concert that is going to be at Pillar Forum Cafe in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but we're also going to live stream it right here or on YouTube or somewhere. I'll put a link to it in the description of wherever you see this. And so what this is for is the funds are going to go to benefit a small refugee resettlement group in Minnesota that's called the Karen Organization of Minnesota. And this is a really cool small organization that's run by refugees. It was founded by folks of the Karen ethnic group out of Burma. And it's the first one that was started and run by refugees in Minnesota. And so they do really important work. So how I heard about them is I'm a public school teacher, and I work for the adult education department. And a lot of my students who are coming through some of them are learning English, some of them are getting their GED, their high school equivalency diploma. And a lot of my students, they come from lots of other countries, including lots of conflict zones. And how I learned from them how they ended up in Minnesota is through the Karen Organization of Minnesota. So what they do is they help sponsor people. They bring people over from all over the world, from Ukraine, from Afghanistan, everywhere. And then one thing that is really cool about them that's different from a lot of refugee resettlement organizations is they do ongoing support. Like they'll set folks up with transportation, with translation liaisons, get them connected with schools and housing and all kinds of cool stuff. So I feel like in today's world where there's so much bad news that's coming out of every corner of everywhere, and in America especially, where refugees and immigrants are being so demonized by our administration, and also all over the world, refugees and immigrants are facing a lot of backlash right now. It can be so easy to feel powerless and like there's nothing you can do about anything. But if you are feeling outraged by what is going on in terms of the demonization of refugees and immigrants, or if you're outraged by what's going on in Palestine or Sudan or Burma or Ukraine or any number of other conflict zones, this is something that makes a material impact on people's lives from those places who are needing to be resettled in a place where there's not currently war. So there are so few situations where like a $10 donation actually makes a huge difference, but a small organization like the Karen Organization of Minnesota, I've seen firsthand the effect that it has on people's lives. Like these are folks that I met who, they tell me a year ago, I was living in a war zone and I didn't know if my family was going to make it out alive, but KOM, the Karen Organization of Minnesota, were the ones that helped me navigate getting to a safe place, in this case Minnesota, and starting a home in a place where I'm now able to thrive. And so hearing those kind of stories is really powerful and hopeful in a time when it feels like there's not a lot of hope out there, right? So anyway, long story short, please support this organization if you can, and try to, if you live in Minnesota, buy tickets to this event. It's, again, June 20th at Pillar Forum Cafe, and it's going to be from 7 to 10 p.m., and there's going to be Afghan food there. We're going to have an Afghan food truck out front. There's going to be a lot of awesome performers, and please, if you don't live in Minnesota, watch the live stream and donate to KOM if you can. So anyway, thank you for your time, and I hope to see some of you there. Have a good rest of your night. Bye. or day, wherever you're at. Bye.